Hi guys, Lee Cole here. Thanks so much for looking at this video. I've got a cool interview with one of my best friends and a remarkable entrepreneur, Jeanne Kolenda. Jeanne, tell everybody hello.
Hello, everybody.
And Jeanne,
Calling to you here from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where I got up and it was cold this morning.
doesn't that kind of suck? But I mean, we live in the South. We should never have to deal with that, right?
That's right.
So you've got a new product coming out called Social Home Services Plumbers Edition.
hmm
And it is amazingly cool, but I don't want to steal any of your lightning and thunder. So why don't I just kick back and look pretty and let you tell us all about it?
Okay. Well, you do look pretty, Lee. Um, Last year, this is a little backstory, but you have to understand it to know what it can do for you. Last year, I bought a set of beautiful graphics for social media, primarily Facebook, but they're formatted for Twitter and Instagram. You can use them like that too. And the idea was that I could get businesses to let me start auto posting with some special software, which I will reveal in the course, and that I could just sort of set it and forget it and charge something under the radar. And I know people that charge anywhere from $99 to $199. Well, I chose the easy route and I went with $99. I did charge a little setup fee and then $99 a month. I set that up in my QuickBooks on auto pay. And it took me about 2 hours to set my auto post, to get my graphics loaded up into Amazon S3 and to write the little comments that go along with each graphic. And by the way, that you get that because I've written all the comments on this. But anyway, I started selling that just to see if it worked. And it was in the chiropractic niche. And so I got about, 4 or 5 chiropractors who said, oh, sure, And one of them I even said, just let me start doing it. And if you like it, you can pay for it. Okay. Everybody said yes. And, to date, and we're coming up on a year here in a couple months, I haven't had anybody cancel, and I haven't touched it. Literally, I go on Facebook once in a while to see if the things are still posting. They are. And then if you get the pack of 180, that's 6 months worth, and you just go into the posting software and you hit recycle in the very beginning, and you still don't have to touch it, and they just continue to rock and roll. You can hit shuffle, and they show up in different order. It is so easy, and I literally don't have to work anymore. Well, I've got the setup down to about an hour, and so if you figure $100 a month out of one client with an hour, I'm making $1,200 an hour in a year. Who makes $1,200 an hour? I do. And so since then, I thought, well, I don't really care about chiropractors and dentists and, for clients. Now, you might love them. I don't. I like home service people because they're not snooty. They're blue collar. They're down to earth. They don't have gatekeepers. They're easy to find, easy to talk to. So in February, some of you may remember, I came out with a pack for roofers. And a lot of you picked that up, and I hope you've put it to good use, because in the meantime, I collected a whole bunch of roofers. Some of them are my SEO clients. A lot of them aren't. And so you can use these packs in one of 3 ways. You can just...
Jeanne, before you
Yeah,
do that, got some questions.
sure.
Because not everybody looking at this got into the roofer thing in February.
Okay.
And, there are a lot of new people coming into this world every day. So let me just summarize what you got. Then I'm going to ask you a quick question. Then
Okay.
you can continue. You've got a truly, we all talk about, you and I spent an hour before we started recording this talking about building assets.
Yeah, we
right?
did an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah.
Exactly. And how important that is. So basically, you've got a truly set and forget service.
Yep.
I mean, just truly. I mean, literally
Literally.
an hour to set it up for a client. And then you literally forget about it.
Yeah.
And they pay you like clockwork. You've
I
got
see
that
it in
all
my
figured out.
QuickBooks every month. In fact,
Teach these guys how to do that.
Yep.
And the service is social media posting of what? Describe to us what gets posted.
Okay, they are very colorful memes or images to do with plumbing.
There you go. Hold that thought. So
Yes.
when you did roofing and people bought the roofing thing, not only did they get the instructions on how to do this, how to sell it and all that stuff, how to set it up, but they got all of the graphics.
If they bought
picture with stuff.
Yeah. If they bought the whole pack, which I encourage people to do, there was 180 of them.
180. And that would take you like that's 6 months worth of graphics for a client. So they got all the graphics. And really all they needed to do was follow your simple instructions. I mean, you've got, quite a few people paying you monthly that you basically just land the client, set them up, they pay you. I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't really have to talk to them ever again.
No, I don't.
They just pay. The pricing is, like you said, under the radar. So they don't really have to think about it too hard, when they see the fact that they paid you again, right? They don't have to sit there and scratch their heads and think, I don't know if that's really worth it.
Right.
I mean, $99, it's like, sure, yeah. I mean, this is cool. Because, we live in a time when businesses know they need to be doing this stuff anyway.
They do know. And if you look on Facebook, if you go in there and type in plumbers near me, which I did recently.
Yes.
Or I can say plumbers in Charlotte, North Carolina or Atlanta. Right. And if you look at the Facebook pages, they're like ghost towns.
Yes.
They knew they needed that Facebook page.
Yeah, but a guy's working 60, 70 hours a week.
Right. And his wife doesn't want to do it.
Yes.
And his secretary's busy if he has one.
Right.
And so they are well-intentioned. They set up these Facebook pages. Maybe they even have a good timeline banner. Maybe they don't. Could be another opportunity to sell something. But they're abandoned. I saw some last week when I was doing some research for this, and they had not posted since they said Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah. I actually I was looking at something else and ran across the same thing.
Yeah,
it's usually what one finds as opposed to really well-managed pages. So you're solving a huge problem for them.
Yes, and you're not promising anything. You're not promising anything.
No. Yes, that's the thing. You're not promising, hey, I'm going to get you X number of leads. You're going to make Y number of sales. All you're doing is saying, your Facebook page needs help. You got nothing on there. I've got a service that will make it look really, really cool. It's only going to cost you $99 a month. And a lot of people are going to say, fine, just hook me up. Let me know what I need to do. You don't need to do anything except just, start paying me. And then that's okay. And then they just don't worry about it.
And then, there are those insights,
yes.
those reports that Facebook gives you. And you will see where it will say, your engagement was up 157%.
Yes.
Or you had 73 shares and 52 likes, and the guy never had any.
This is not a product. This is not a. Let me start that sentence over again. This is actually an extremely valuable thing for them to do. It's extremely important that they do this because you're right. I do this myself in slightly different ways, but their engagement, the number of eyeballs they get, the shares, the friends of friends who see this stuff,
right,
all going to explode exponentially.
Right.
They don't have to think about it or worry about it because you've got it covered. And the other thing is, once you set, if I'm hearing you right, correct me if I'm wrong, but once you set this up for a new customer, 1 hour, and for these people who are buying this from you, they get everything. Okay, so the first time you set it up, it might take you 3 hours. But the second time you set it up, it's going to take you 1 hour like Jeanne.
Right.
So you set it up, you do not have to screw around with this thing at all ever again.
Ever again.
You don't have to reset up. You don't have to put new images in. You don't have to go to Fiverr
No.
and spend a bunch of money on images.
No.
It's just all done. It goes from now until the end of time.
Right.
This is beautiful.
It is.
I just wanted to make sure people understood how incredibly beautiful this is.
It is. And so you can just sell the service as it is and stack up those $100 payments. And my gosh, if you in a few short months, I had 25 clients, and that's without working at it real hard, just making a phone call here and there. And if you ended up with 100, my gosh, that's $10,000 a month. Right now, I've got an extra $2,500 a month coming in for nothing. I'm doing nothing.
How long did it? Okay, so you are extremely busy. You run 2 businesses, right?
Yeah.
You kind of like just did this on the side.
I did.
You had 25 businesses paying you. How long did it take you to do that?
I started last June, and
to get up to the 25.
I mean, in January I had 25.
Okay, so 6 months you get up to 25.
And that's without really concentrating on it.
Without concentrating, just like doing it every now and then. That 25 a month is like 30,000 a year. Well, it actually is 30,000 a year. Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, if a person just did this one thing, you could even do it part-time. You could do this one thing for a year, and you would have a $60,000 a year income on freaking autopilot. That's just going to stay there.
Yeah.
Never have to touch it again.
That's right.
I just really want to emphasize to you, because we're all about recurring income, right? I mean, I preach in webinars and stuff, recurring income.
I am.
This is not just recurring income. This is literally, you don't have to do anything with this ever again. And Jeanne, is from what you've told me, people pay you every month and do not drop out.
That's right. In fact, I made a graphic. I took a picture of inside my QuickBooks account, and it will show you, when you look at the sales page, it's going to show you all the months up until March 1st. And if I went back and looked again today, there'd be more in there. There
you go. In other words, I don't know how much money people need. Unfortunately, I need a lot, but
me too.
You could just do this one thing. I mean, for most people in the United States, $60,000 a year is an income, right?
It is.
But if you did it for 2 years, you'd have $120,000 a year. But the beautiful thing is, the thing I love about this so much is, it's just brain dead easy to sell.
It is.
It's extremely understandable for the buyer. I mean, you don't have to explain anything. It's just like, this Facebook page looks like that. It should look better. I can fix that for you. It costs $99 a month. Are you interested? Yes, I am. What do I have to do? Not much. Just, pay this, and then it'll charge you monthly.
I've even set it up for free for 30 days.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Sure.
Said, hey, if you don't like it in 30 days, we'll turn it off. If you like it, we'll keep it going. And they always like it. They always keep it going.
Of course, because they get on the phones, they get on Facebook, they look at it, and they say, "Damn, that looks good," right?
Yeah, it does look good. These are very colorful.
Oh yes.
Fun kind of graphics. Some of them are kind of whimsical.
Specific to plumbing in this case.
Yes. Like I was just telling you before, the old Nintendo game, I forget the name of it, but
Mario.
One of the old Nintendo games had the Mario Brothers, Luigi and another guy. Well, we did a graphic of you know what? That's a fun plumbing fact. They were plumbers.
Right.
Those guys in that game were plumbers.
Right.
You know that Albert Einstein said one time that if he had it to do all over again, he thinks he'd be a plumber.
Plumbers do well.
I mean, he had another reason for it. It was kind of goofy, but that's a little fun fact. That would be people coming back to your page. You know, who knew that the oldest flushing toilet was made in England in 1536 by a guy named John Crapper? You know, who knew that? That's just fun stuff.
Absolutely. And this
And
stuff, the thing is, it's extremely valuable for the business, and this
yeah,
actually does work for them. You're not just selling them some crap.
right.
Speaking of
And then
plumbing.
if you have plumbing clients, you just add this on. So
Exactly.
number one, you can do it just by itself.
Right.
Number two, if you have a plumbing client, you can add this on.
Right.
And number three, you can use it as a foot in the door and then upsell them into your other services if you like doing other things.
Or if you want to just like concentrate on this for a few months, get yourself a great income, then I don't know, go do a world tour and not worry about it.
I'm for that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
We've talked about like, would you rather have time or money? Like,
Mm.
I'll, I'll take
Both.
time and experiences any day.
Mhm. Yeah. And so I am proving to you that little things can matter the most.
Hmm.
And I have a few little things that I want to show you here because
Love to
as
see it.
I thought about this, I thought my life, I have great joy in my life from little things. And these little payments make me happy. But I just want to show you something, Lee. Here is a little tiny book. You see that?
Says sisters, yes.
Yeah. And this was given to me by one of my sisters. I have four in 1994.
Right.
And I keep it. I mean, I was able to pick it up right before I walked in here to talk to you. And it makes me happy.
Sure.
And the little book, it doesn't take up a lot of room. Here's another one. People know I love little things. And it says Celebrating Friendship.
Right.
This was me for my birthday in 1993. This woman passed on recently. And you don't think that's valuable to me? Little things. This is a little necklace, and it's made from balsa wood. It's so light, I bet it doesn't weigh an ounce. This is made by some little children in Africa at an orphanage that I support. And they mailed it to me. I reimbursed them for the postage later. But I love wearing this little necklace with my initial on it.
Uh-huh.
It's just a little thing. My grandsons made me a little rock with a ladybug on it. They painted me another one. They know I like ladybugs. Little tiny things. And they're sitting around on my desk. Here's a little tiny lighthouse from Peggy's Cove when we were wandering around Nova Scotia. And as I looked around, I thought, you know what? This product suits me so well because of the joy of little things.
Yes.
I don't need to collect grandfather clocks, huge pieces of art, massive coffee table books. These little things bring me a lot of joy, and so do those little payments.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with little payments. I mean, there was a time when F.W. Woolworth was one of the richest people on the planet because he had a store where nothing cost more than a dime. Look at
Yeah,
Dollar Tree, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
But little things add up. I have my home is like a museum of little things. I got little magnets all over my refrigerator, and I don't know. I just thought about that and thought I would share
yeah,
that.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And what I'm seeing psychologically from a sales psychology point of view, you're solving a problem. You're selling something that the potential client already understands. They
Hmm.
know they have a problem. You're solving that problem, and you're solving it for them at a price that's really a no-brainer.
Yes.
I mean, plumbers have to spend money on advertising, and spending an extra $99 a month to solve something that is probably just kind of like every time they look at it, they get frustrated. Facebook,
Yeah.
I mean, I would if it was my business. I think, God knows, I've got to figure out what to do about that. But then I've got all these other fires to put out, right?
Hmm.
So I love this. This is a perfect product. I
It
love the
is.
roofer one.
I think it is.
I love the plumber one. And guys, so you get everything that you need. Jeanne, you're going to teach them how to sell this, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you're hesitant. Let me help you with why you're hesitating. because it's really not hard to sell. I mean, when you
No,
say how to sell this, you're envisioning, PowerPoint presentations and all this stuff.
right. I don't have all that.
It's like, dude, you've got this problem. I've got a solution. Here's how much it's going to cost you. They say yes. I mean, that's pretty
I
much.
will talk to you about how I sell.
Thank you so much. Well,
I'll
folks,
put it that way. I don't have fancy funnels. You can make them if you like them. I
you
don't.
don't need all
Now,
that.
I do have, I'll tell you what I do have, and I have an example of this, and I'm going to show people how to do it. I have a demo Facebook page set up
Yes.
for this niche.
Yes.
And I started posting on that demo page, and I send potential plumbers to that page.
Mm-hmm.
I can reach out on Facebook and say, hey, check this out.
Right.
I'm also doing it for all of you who purchase a product so that you can send potential people there until you get your own made. So I find that if I can just show them without, revealing all the personal information on the other clients, I don't want to do that.
Well, obviously not.
But I do have a demo page set up, and you're going to be able to see it and use it if you'd like. As long as you don't.
Right before you and I got on Zoom and started talking about assets, I was answering a support ticket. And it was just like, it wasn't even from a customer of mine. It was just somebody who ran into me on YouTube and put in a support ticket because they had a question, which I'm always happy to answer. And it was like, Lee, how do you sell this thing that I was talking about on the video?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, that thing is very visual. Okay. This was my answer. That thing's very visual. You don't need to explain it. You just need to show it. In other words, this is the thing. Do you want it? And if you will do it like, I personally, I didn't invent this, but I invented this, what I call this. I call this the show and sell method.
Oh, that's good.
I used to do this with mobile websites all the time, the show and sell method.
Oh, I did too. I didn't call it that, but yeah.
I mean,
I run into a restaurant and say, "Hey, look at this. I couldn't even find you."
I used to do the same thing. Hey, is this your website? Yeah. And I would, take my phone and say, what do you think about that website? Oh man, that looks a lot better. Would you like one? Yes. This is what I sell for.
I did the same thing years ago.
Exactly the same thing. It's show and sell.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why when I ask you, well, how do you sell this? You hesitated because it's really not the way people think of selling, like you've got to, pull out the whatever the hell clothes that you're using today or whatever, it's just like showing. And you've already got the Facebook page set up so that people who buy this can use it. So they can say to their clients, go here, look at that. See how cool that looks? Great. That's what I'm going to do for you. Are you interested? How much is it? $99 a month. That's not even worth thinking about. Yes, I'll do it.
Sure.
Like that. Yeah. Yep. So as long as a person can go out there and talk to people, then you're good.
Yeah, and for the roofers, I already had a lot of roofers I was doing SEO for.
Yeah.
But to add more roofers just for this service, I just found their phone number and called them up.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something for you. I want you to take a look at it.
You could also, because you and I have been selling stuff ever since approximately when the dinosaurs died. Yeah. But for, one could also do this through email. I mean, you literally could scrape a bunch of, everybody's got all this software, scrape a bunch of leads, put them in an email thing. You can use Gmail for this as long as you're not emailing 10,000 at a time, right? Just send off like 20 or 30 a day through Gmail. Say, this is your Facebook page. It's lacking a lot of, this.
You can do that.
This is an example Facebook page. I provide the service for businesses like yours. Please give me a call if you're interested. We do.
I could write up a demo. I could write up a sample email for everybody too. I'm going to go add that in today. And one other video training that I already have in here, and I love this. I don't know about you. It's a video called Snail Mail.
Yes, I do love snail mail.
I love snail mail.
I actually love the old stuff.
Yeah, I do too. So I did a whole training on that for the roofer, and I'm recycling it here for this. But I use I tell you what size envelopes I use.
Yes.
I tell you how I address them
I love
and
direct mail.
why. I tell you where to buy little things you can put in there, what we call lumpy mail.
Yes.
There's a certain website where you can get something for pennies. Stick it in there. It draws attention and it won't puncture the little envelope. And then a cute little thing to say with it. I teach you all of that.
The
And
beautiful thing about nowadays is businesses are doing all their marketing on the internet. So the amount of mail that you get nowadays is so much less than you used to get.
especially if it's hand addressed.
And yes,
I do them while I'm watching TV at night. And if it
you
has
don't have to send out that many to get a call.
no, you don't. And I put my own little, you know how you get those sheets of return address stickers if you donate St. Jude's Hospital or whatever. Yeah, so I use those with my name. I don't have to go have business stuff printed up. I'm Jeanne Kolenda.
Right. Exactly. I'm loving it. This is cool. Guys, today is the 1st of April. Jeanne, you're launching this tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 11 a.m.
At 11 a.m. I just love this. I love stuff that's easy. I love stuff that works.
Yay.
Especially love stuff that's recurring income. And I really love stuff where I can set it up. I can sell it easily. People pay me month after month. And then I can go do all the cool things that I do with my life besides work. Right?
Absolutely. Listen, you can do this. I've actually done this while we were traveling. We like to roam around in our RV. I've actually seen like plumbing trucks on the road or roofing trucks on the road. And I'll just call the number real quick. Hey, I just passed you.
Yes. Yeah.
We're traveling. We're from out of town, but I work with roofers. I got something really cool for you. Can I talk about it for a minute? Listen, I'm not shy. And or I can take down the number and call them later. Or if they're stopped, I get out and just walk up to them.
Walk up to them. You know, the beautiful thing about home services, like you said, they don't have gatekeepers. These people are not stuck up. They're just good old boys, or wherever you live, they're your version of good old boys. They're used to talking to people. They've got to talk to people in order to get business, right? Mm-hmm. They're friendly. They're open. They're not, sitting there trying to figure out some angle or something like that. They literally just want to know what you got. They'll look at it. A lot of them are going to say, yes, it's not going to take much time to build up a seriously good, truly autopilot income with this.
That's right. Just think if you did it once a week.
50 by the end of the year would be $5,000. That's $60,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So guys, land one client a week. By this time next year, you have an autopilot income of $60,000.
Yep.
I think that's pretty cool. Jeanne, thank you so much. You've been so generous with your time.
And I love talking to you for that hour.
We had a blast. You're one of my best friends in this business, and you know that.
And you too, for me.
I really appreciate you doing this interview so that people can, see you, get to know you, and understand that you're the real deal, and understand that this product is, guys, I virtually never tell anybody, yes, you should go buy this, but I'm going to tell you today, really, you should go buy this.
Thank you.
Because this is a complete no-brainer.
The biggest no-brainer I've ever seen for sale.
I love it. I love stuff like this. Awesome.
Hey, the only exception to my little things I want to tell you.
Yes.
I have big dogs.
Well, you didn't really see, but one of my dogs came in here and had to, tried to get up on my lap about 5 minutes ago. And
mine do that too, but I shut them out.
He's our new dog.
Yeah. So no little dogs for me, but little things.
Yeah.
Little payments.
Little things, big dogs. Yes. Love it. Thank you so much, Jeanne.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, Lee.
See ya. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.